Welcome to the 2017 season preview of BuccsWeekly, where we will preview all the sports Covington has to offer. Now, Martin, it looks a little different back here. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, it does look a little bit different here in the studio, and thanks to Ben Robinson and Mike Hagan for building this set for us. We get to revamp a little bit of our BuccsWeekly, and even the programming that you're going to see on BuccsWeekly may be a little bit different this year. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. After a brief message from our sponsors, we'll talk to the cheerleading squad.
Eagles does a lot for this school and this program. We need to give them some thanks. On three, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Go Eagles! Yeah!
Thank you, Covington Eagles! Thank you, Covington Eagles!
Thank you, Covington Eagles!
Thank you, Covington Eagles! Thank you, Covington Eagles, for all you do for Covington schools. Go Bucks!
Here to talk about the 2017 cheer squad with advisor Gretchen Schmidt and senior Tori Lyle. Gretchen, can you tell us about this year's squad?
This year's squad, we have a lot of returning seniors this year, but we also have a lot of freshmen. Our seniors are Brianna Kimmel, Legend Patty, Tori Lyle, Aaliyah Weir, and then we have juniors McKenna Gostomski, Anna Wynn, 2 sophomores, Haley Weir, Morgan Lowe, and 4 freshmen, Ella Warner, Kayla Mitchell, Maddie Jones, and Ellery Reck. We've already had a few events for the boys. The girls work really well together, and I expect them to be a great team.
Tori, can you explain the difference between the cheer team and the competition squad?
The cheer team is the girls that cheer at the football and basketball games, and we also put on the pep rallies, and then the comp squad is the group of girls that will go to various competitions, and we do a lot of tumbling there to show off our skills, which the comp squad is, in my opinion, more fun because we get to do a bunch more things, and we go to tumbling classes together, and we spend a lot more time together.
Gretchen, what competitions will the cheerleaders participate in, and what are your expectations?
In September, we have Tri-Village competition. We usually do fairly well there. We would like to get first this year. We also have a new competition in Sonia, and then we'll go to like the ones we normally do, like Cheer for a Cure, Beaver Creek Holiday regionals, and we're hoping to return to state this year and finish even higher.
Thank you, Gretchen and Tori, and we will be back to talk to the Lady Bucks volleyball team.
Hello, my name is Ron Sutherland, president of Covington Savings and Loan. We have been a part of the Covington and the surrounding community since 1886. We have been serving both savings and loan customers and help promoting home ownership. Stop by and talk with Jason for your lending needs, or see Diane in Brooklyn for all your savings needs. Thank you for your continued support to help Covington Savings and Loan continue to support the Covington community.
FDIC approved.
Hi, I'm Martin Listener, and I'm here with the volleyball squad today. 2016 season went pretty well for them. They were 9-3 in the CCC, and then 12-13 overall. They had a lot of key performers coming back this year. One of them sitting right here to my left, Miss Legend Patty. I'm also here with Coach Lonnie Keynes. I'm going to ask him a few questions, get to know him a little bit better, if you will. So, Legend, I already know what Coach's expectations are for this season. What are some of yours?
I hope to improve throughout the season, get better every match, and just become a close team.
Very awesome. And Coach Kane, a little bit different outlook to this season. You guys are moving up to Division III, so what does that really mean for you guys?
Division III just really entails traveling farther for our tournament. Instead of being close by in either Troy or Arcanum, we have to go to Brookville for our tournament. We play a lot of the favorites in D3 regular season, so we'll be seeing Miami East, defending state champ. We'll be seeing Versailles, who is in regionals. We'll be seeing Anna, who is in regionals. So, there's some unknowns. We don't know some of these D3 schools in the area, but hopefully we can compete as well as we did last year in Division IV.
Awesome. And so, Legend, like we said before, a lot of girls coming back. You also have some newcomers coming in. How have you guys been able to mesh together?
We've done pretty well. We get along. We all hang out sometimes and get together just without volleyball stuff. But we also have a lot of team bonding stuff. Like tonight we have a picnic and we're just all pretty close, so we mesh pretty well.
Awesome. That's the volleyball team. Now let's head on over and listen to some stuff about the cross team.
Hi, I'm Ashby Range, and I'm here with cross-country seniors Dan Alexander and Nathan Lyle. The girls' 2016 season, including being champions at the CCC, district, region, and they had a 7th place spot at state. Danielle, the girls' team has a lot returning for the 2017 season, so what are your expectations?
I expect our team's going to be pretty good this year. We have a lot of potential. We're going to be faster and stronger than what we have in the previous years, and I hope that we get to go back to state because that'd be pretty cool to go back again. So I think we have a lot coming out of us this year.
The boys' 2016 season included a 5th place finish in the CCC and a 14th place finish at districts. Nathan, what are your expectations for 2017?
I think we can compete pretty well in the CCC this year. Miami East and National Trail are probably the biggest competitors, but I think it'd also be good for us to make it out of districts this year and run at Troy.
Thank you both, and we will be back to talk to the golf team.
Color Green Photo offers a variety of photographic options for high school seniors, weddings, and families. We pride ourselves in providing creative and captivating images that have a special meaning to those we shoot. Please visit colorgreenphoto.com to view samples of our work and contact us at 937-418-0417 to schedule your next photo session.
Okay, we're back again with BuccsWeekly season preview, and I'm Ben Robinson taking over for Marty and Ashby, who bailed out on us this afternoon, but here to talk about golf with head coach Bill Weiss. So Bill, can you tell us about your team this year?
Well, we're young. We've got basically one senior, about 3 juniors, and a sophomore and 4 freshmen, so we're going to be pretty young and inexperienced.
Okay, as far as the league standings last year, where did we finish up, and what do you expect this year in regards to league play?
Well, last year we were towards the bottom of the pack, and hopefully we do a little bit better than that, but we'll probably be middle of the pack, I'm guessing.
And who in our league, who in the cross-country conference is the favorite?
Well, we've seen a few teams now, so Newton's strong, FM is strong, Miami East is strong, because they're going to be your top 3 teams.
Okay, now individually, I know you have senior, is it Andrew Slusher?
Andrew Slusher.
He was all league last year, and how's he shaping up for his senior year?
He's playing real well. He's going to have a very successful senior year. We've had 2 tournaments so far, and he was low score on one of them. We lost on a scorecard playoff, but he shot 79 at Greenville, which is pretty good. He missed the medalist by 2 strokes.
Okay, and as far as within the league, how does he stack up with some of the other individual golfers in the league?
He's going to be top 3. There's a junior that's really, really tough. That's won it the last 2 years, and you got to probably give him the nod this year. Osborne from the South, but he'll be right up there, top 2, 3.
Okay, that's great.
He wants to be league medalist, but it's going to be tough.
And he's put in a lot of time in off season
He's constantly at the golf course. He's one of those kids that is always out there.
That's what it takes.
That's exactly it.
Well, unfortunately, the girls golf can't be here today, but we're glad to be able to talk about the boys for this season preview. And next up, we will be talking about the high school football team.
Hi, this is Don Solon, pastor at Fields of Grace Worship Center. We are a non-denominational church with a contemporary casual atmosphere. We are a church committed to reaching outside our walls while at the same time caring for those that call Fields of Grace home. Maybe you know Fields of Grace by all our community events. You are always welcome to come on over for a cup of coffee Sunday mornings and check us out at fieldsofgrace.org for service times.
Okay, we're back again with the 2017 season preview, BuccsWeekly season preview with Coach Tyler Cates in his second year as Covington head coach. Coach, last year we were 11-1, undefeated in regular season play, got into the playoffs, got a really nice playoff win, and you have 50 kids returning to this year's team, so a lot of excitement.
Absolutely. Came into a great situation, had a phenomenal senior class that really bought into what we wanted to do, and we were able to get that win early against St. Henry, and I felt like that built some confidence for that group last year. And special group, like you said, we hosted a playoff game, went undefeated, won the conference, and then had a shutout actually at home against Cincinnati Hillcrest Academy. And then unfortunately the season came to an end in a tough Fort recovery loss. But a lot to build off of last year. It was a great senior class, a lot of great leadership, and I think that's pushed to this year. Seeing how close we were to going to state, this group's extra motivated, and they believe that nobody's counting on them because of losing 13 seniors. So I think that they have that extra motivation, that chip on their shoulder. We are a young team this year, but we do have some great leadership out of that senior class. And the young guys are stepping up, and we're getting better every day. We are a young football team. We did not play well to start the Milton scrimmage, but we definitely played a lot better in the Eaton scrimmage, and we have a lot of sophomores getting some varsity time, and kids are starting to play better and separate themselves to show who can play varsity and who can't. But we love the numbers. Like you said, 50 kids. It's hard to be upset about that. 21 sophomores, 14 freshmen, 35 of our 50 kids are underclassmen, so the future looks bright at Covington. I'm pretty excited about this season.
Yeah, but talk about your seniors. What have they? I know you got some kids that's played a lot of football. You talk about Ethan Herron and Tyler Freeman, two of them that have really played a lot of football in the last 3-4 years. Tell me about the seniors and what they've done to be able to bring some of these younger kids up to speed to the varsity level, because a lot of the younger kids basically were the JV team last year.
Absolutely. I think Ethan and Ty and some of the other seniors, Bowen, some of the other seniors have done a good job to go to the younger guys and talk to them about how it is to play on a Friday night and varsity, how much faster it is, and giving them advice on what helped them. Like you said, Ethan's been playing since he was a freshman, and he's been a great leader this year, really helping out. And Joe Schmelzer has been a great leader this year, helping out with the young guys, and they realize they need these younger guys just like the older guys needed them when they played. So I think they're doing a great job of just showing the guys, hey, this isn't going to fly on a Friday night. You need to do this. I would advise you to do this. And they're really pushing guys to work on their own time, watch a lot more film. But I definitely see them pulling guys aside. Ty Freeman's doing that too with the younger guys. So I'm really proud of our seniors because they realize, I had a long conversation with them, and they already know. They know that they have to rely on some of these sophomores and these juniors and maybe even a few freshmen. So we need to grow up fast. St. Henry's right around the corner, so they understand that. So we have a sense of urgency in practice right now, and I really like how we've been practicing last week. Last Thursday was the best practice we've probably ever had here. So it was tough, and then they fought through it, so it was good. So it was good to see that.
And this year, we move up to Division 6. I don't know how all that's determined, but we move up Division 6, and we also have increased the competition in our schedule, especially with early games against St. Henry and Minster, two playoff teams from a year ago, and then Fort Laramie, which is a traditional playoff team, comes in the league. So I know the kids and the people in the program are excited about our schedule getting tougher, and hopefully that pays dividends down the line because we'll be battle tested.
Absolutely. I think that's something that will definitely help us. I have my theories, everybody does, on why the MAC does so well. I think the numbers, power in numbers, but I also think the competition week in and week out that they have, and our numbers are increasing, and then we have a tougher competition, tougher schedule. It allows us to be able to make adjustments in games that we have to make and be ready for those, and our players have to play 4 quarters and those type of things, seeing that kind of competition. So you don't just coast through, and our kids don't coast, but you know what I mean? You have to be able to be ready to go 4 quarters and face some adversity and how you respond to it. People are going to score on you. People are going to make big plays, and some bad things are going to happen, how you're going to respond. And that's what we've been focused on this year, is how are we going to respond to sudden change, because we're going to face some adverse situations. It's going to prepare us better for the playoffs, absolutely. St. Henry is a great team. So is Minster, coming off the state final loss last year with a great quarterback back and some supporting cast as well there. I think they were fairly young. And Fort Laramie, like you said, is a tough team. Miami East is always tough. So, and with Sean Meyer going back to Arcanum, they're going to get better. So I think the league's getting tougher, our schedule's getting tougher, and I think that's going to help us in the future and help us be able to do what we want to do, which is go further in the playoffs and win the state title. And I think this schedule is going to help push us towards that.
Okay, and then in regards to the younger, the younger kids, you've had a lot of the younger kids from the first scrimmage to the second scrimmage really take a huge step forward. It looked like early in the Milton scrimmage in particular, some of those guys were deer in headlights, but they came out against Eaton and set the tone right away. I mean, we scored, I think it was our second offensive play in that scrimmage. So those guys, especially up front, those young guys are really starting to come on.
Absolutely. I think, like you said, deer in headlights, while these guys are big, while these guys are fast, instead of thinking, I can play with these guys, I'm fine, I think they needed that. I think they needed a little wake-up call, and Milton gave it to them, so I'm glad that we got that, and I was so proud of how much better we started against Eaton. But absolutely, like you said, some sophomores were really stepping up. Kate Schmelzer, Andrew Cates, Nate Alexander, Jesse Fisher, Teague Deaton, Alex Schaefer, the list goes on and on. We have a lot of sophomores stepping up right now. And then we have some juniors that haven't played a lot of varsity, like Gavin McReynolds is stepping up as well. Parker Dysinger, Eli Gurling's a returning starter. Ian Wilson, is stepping up. So we have some kids stepping up that need to, which has been great to see. And like you said, I was very proud of our effort against Eaton. We still need to clean up some mental miscues, but I think we took many steps forward in that scrimmage compared to the Milton scrimmage.
It also looks this year, I know last year one of our biggest concerns was the lack of depth because we were so young. I had a huge freshman class. This year it seems like our depth is so much stronger. And a lot of those, even if they're JV guys, they're pushing some of the varsity guys for playing time.
Absolutely. I think us coaches have talked about this. So far, this has probably been the best scout team I've ever had, and I think that competition and practice is really going to help because we have some freshmen that are mature for their age. So they're able physically to be able to hold their own. And then sophomores, like you said, that are tweeners between JV and varsity, pushing these juniors and seniors. And some of the sophomores are going to have to start with us having only 15 upperclassmen. And then it's been great for competition and practice. I think that absolutely is going to help our team. Every day the kids are getting better because they're going against each other they're so close in talent, where last year our seniors were so far ahead of the scout team, especially the freshmen. There's a huge freshman class, like you said, 21 freshmen of 49 kids, so almost half your team's freshmen. They weren't physically ready to take on the Lance Millers, Brandon Robinson, Zane Barnes, Seth Thomas type kids. But this year, they're sophomores now. We've had a great offseason. Our sophomore class has had as good of an offseason as I've ever seen, and a few seniors and juniors as well. And this freshman group in particular is definitely physically gifted to where I think they hit puberty a little earlier than a lot of kids, and so I think that's helping them as well.
And the younger kids, the freshmen from last year that are sophomores this year, they dominated when they were in junior high and dominated all the way through. And then last year they kind of had an eye opener because they were playing JV ball against a lot of bigger schools that were primarily playing juniors and sophomores. And I think that experience made them better and got them ready for this year because of the competition that they saw in their JV schedule.
Absolutely. I think they were humbled. Because they just figured, well, we've always won every game in PB, every game in junior high. Didn't have many close games. I think that was huge for them to play against stronger, bigger kids, sophomores and juniors, like you said, because 95% of our JV team was freshmen last year. We only had, I think, 3 or 4 sophomores, and I think I let one junior play a little. So we were going against freshmen against juniors and tough schedule. We played Sydney, we played Mechanicsburg, we played Valley View with a lot of our teams not able to have JV teams. So I think that helped those guys out a lot, pushing them. I got to get stronger. I got to get faster. It's not going to be as easy as it used to be. And I try to tell those guys all the time, just because you're good in junior high doesn't mean anything. Nobody cares about that in high school. And so I think that finally got motivated some of them that needed to be motivated, and some of them had a really good offseason because of that. And I think that makes them better prepared for this year for varsity football.
Okay, so what did the Bucks need to do? We got one, the Jamboree left next at Anna. What step do we need to take to get ready for week 1 at St. Henry?
I think we just got to get better, take it one day at a time, and we've been doing that. Anna's a tough test. I want to see us continue to come out with a great start. We have to clean up the penalties, the offensive miscues. We had a turnover. We can't be turning the football over. We need to protect the football better. We need to have just mental miscues. Defensively, we have to tackle better. And so I think that's a challenge defensively for us. We're there. We're flying to the football, which Covington kids always do, but we're not finishing. And we need to finish better, so we're going to work on that, all throughout this week and the week for St. Henry. We have to tackle better. They have some good players. And then, like I said, just little mental miscue things. So we're going to try to emulate some of that in practice, try to put them in some tough situations and see if we can get them to, fight through some of those mental situations, put them in worst case scenarios, and so they can be prepared for anything on that first game. But we're not where we need to be, but we got a lot closer. I mean, Milton, I was a little nervous, I'll be honest. But it's a scrimmage, that's what it's about. And I knew we were young. We had 6 sophomores starting against Milton with a couple kids that we held out. So that was a tough start. Like you said, they hit us in the mouth first, but I was proud of how we responded. And then against Eaton, I thought we played overall well. We just have to clean up some things, so we just need to keep taking steps forward. And I think if we work on those things, I think we're going to be ready to go against St. Henry in a couple of days.
Okay, that's it with Coach Cates. After this message from the sponsor, we'll be back with senior Ethan Herron.
This is Andy Johnson of Bucks Radio, the voice of Covington Buccaneers. Here to encourage Buccaneer fans to support local businesses. Your patronage of local businesses goes a long way in allowing them to continue to support Covington schools and Covington athletics.
All right, we're back with Bucks Weekly season preview for football with senior running back, defensive back Ethan Herron. Ethan, how do you like where the Bucks stand right now, 2 scrimmages into preparation for the upcoming season?
I think we're pretty good where we stand right now. We still got things to work on, of course, and we only got 2 scrimmages in so far. We got a little bit of things to work on with coverages and basically offensive line, defensive line, everything. Just team's doing good right now.
So what do you have to what's the step you want to take forward in against Anna? What are some of the things you guys are looking to accomplish in that scrimmage to get ready for St. Henry in week 1?
Probably be more aggressive, flying to the ball, just doing the same assignments that we did in the past, and kind of just play aggressive and be tough, really. Okay, what football is.
Okay, there's a lot of young guys on the team that, you have a really good senior class, guys coming back that's played a lot of football, yourself and Ty Freeman and Bowen Swank, some of them kind of guys, 4-year letterman, 3-year letterman kind of guys. What have you guys done to help some of the younger guys take that step to the varsity level?
We've just kind of been trying to show them the ropes and everything and bring them into the weight room, show them how to work. And once we go, we translate that onto the practice field and we just show them how intense our practices are and just kind of play with them a little bit.
And I noticed that during the off season, you can go back into April, May, even before all the scheduled team conditioning and things like that you guys would be out there by yourselves throwing a football around with a group of kids.
Mm-hmm.
How much does that kind of help you guys get ready for the season?
I think that's helped a lot. Kind of knowing what you're doing before you go into camp and practices that helps us out a lot, because then we could just get through practice more fluently, and we don't really have to waste time teaching the younger kids how to learn the plays and all that.
Okay. So what are your expectations for your senior year? What do you hope to get out of this season?
I think, playoffs is obviously number 1. I think going undefeated, that's what we've always done in the past. That's one big goal we want to do, and just try and make it farther in the postseason also.
Okay, well, good luck, Ethan.
Yep,
have a great senior year.
Yep.
That's all we have for this edition of Bucks Weekly. Catch us every week as we highlight all the fall sports teams in Covington. Marty, you have anything else?
Sure do. Be sure to catch us as we ramp up the Bucks radio portion of things. August 25th is the first game at St. Henry, as we'll be broadcasting all the football games this year, again with myself, Ashby, and Andy Johnson when he can make it at his convenience. And we'll go from there. So broadcast time is 7:15. Kickoff is at 7:30 every Friday night. Also, be sure to check out the Facebook page. Just search for Bucks Radio in the search tab, and at GoBucks.com for all the latest information. So for Ashby Wrench and Andy Johnson, I'm Martin Listener saying so long and
Go Bucks.